You've only got a few seconds to pique the interest of that visitor on your website so they don't hit the big red X in the corner and leave. Today I am sharing 10 of the must-haves for your homepage to make sure the visitor dives deep within your site and we get them to convert. Hi, and welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Kristen Fulci, a brand strategist, website designer, and commercial photographer for creative small businesses. And today I'm going to be sharing 10 must-haves for your homepage to make sure that it converts. Your homepage is so much more than a digital welcome mat. It serves as a very clear indicator of what the rest of your site will look at. If done with intent and thought, it can guide visitors through the depths of your website and on through to your inquiry form to become a paying client or on through to checkout to purchase your product. So let's dive into those must-haves. Must-have number 1 is to write out your goals. Your homepage needs a goal. And while you might be saying, Kristen, duh, the goal is to sell. You just said that. We need to get more specific than that. We need to look at what the visitor is looking for when they're coming to your site, who they are, what they need to hear so that they can convert. And you might have multiple visitors coming to your site for different things. So if we take my site, for example, I might be having visitors come to my site to work one-on-one for branding or web design or photography. But I might also have somebody coming to my site looking on how to purchase stock photos. I might also have somebody coming to my site looking on how to learn a little bit more, get some actionable education. And then I want to take each of those on a completely different journey. I want to make sure that my homepage is guiding them on their own route so that they don't get stopped and say, hey, there's nothing here for me. This isn't what I want. So look at your homepage and write out your goals. Who's coming to your website and where do we want to take them? For me, I'd want to take that services person that's looking to work with me one-on-one into my experiences page to learn about the process, on through to my portfolio so they can see work that I've done. I'd want to take that person that's looking to purchase stock photos on through to KF Stock Studio where they can purchase them over on that website. I'm going to want to take that person looking to get some actionable education and move them on through to the blog or over here to YouTube where they can learn a little bit more. So I want to make sure that I have an image or a button or some sort of guidance on my website to take them on through to those journeys. Take a peek at your homepage, write out those goals, and make sure you're taking visitors on a journey. Must-have number 2, make it clear what you do. From the second I land on your homepage, I need to know exactly what you do. If I don't know, big red X, here I come, because I don't have time to spend 10 minutes trying to uncover exactly what you do. The best way that you can do this is to make sure the image that is in your header clearly communicates what you do. So if you shoot wedding photography, there should be an image of a couple up there. If you're a copywriter, there should be you on a computer or a picture of pencils and pens and a keyboard. If I'm a website designer or a brand strategist, there should be a picture of me doing my thing with brand strategy, like what's on my homepage, curating a mood board on my wall. Make it so clear visually what you do. Even in your heading text, you can say wedding photographer in the Carolinas. For adventurous couples if you want to add a subheading, but make it clear from the get-go what you do. So if you look at the top of my website, I have very clearly stated branding, web design, and photography for creative businesses. I'm telling you exactly what I do and who it's for. Must-have number 3, break things down. Too much copy and people become disinterested, but grab their attention and they'll read for days. Your homepage should have the teasers to the big content, never filled with tons of copy, but with eye-catching headings, subheadings, images, and buttons to take them on through to that big content. If you have different areas that you want to guide people on through to, break it down. Step 1, step 2, step 3. As an easy rule of thumb, break things down into 3s. So if you're guiding people in 3 different directions, like I was mentioning before, say services, stock studio, and then blog. Whatever your three are, break it down so it's easy for visitors to skim your website and actually consume the content that you're putting out there. Once a heading catches their eye, a button or an image catches their eye, they're able to click on through and consume more. When it's so much, they're overwhelmed, they're not able to register anything in their head, and you just wasted all that time writing all that really great copy. So break things down. Must have number 4 is to make the eyes dance. This is my favorite phrase and a phrase that you'll hear my clients repeat again and again. And it's the most fun on this to-do list. It's my way of saying, keep the design interesting. Make the visitor's eyes dance. A sultry salsa dance as they glide their eyes down the page. The easiest way to implement and do this is through a zigzag pattern. So if you're building your website, all the way down there's a long home page. We want to create that zigzag motion going exactly like this. So if we have an image over on the left side, we don't want to get images all on the left side for the whole entire website as we scroll down. We want to make sure that we have an image on the left and then an image on the right, and we can kind of keep doing the same thing. But that pattern would get boring. So we have to break it up with hops. And that's why I call it's a sultry salsa dance hop, like a little skip. Okay, and that is like a full banner with image that kind of breaks up that pattern as well. So think of it like dancing. We want to make sure that each section or each part of dancing looks a little bit different, keeps it interesting, and we're not repeating the exact same design back to back. Must have number 5 is copy before design. Think about the copy that you want to have on your website before you go into designing it. So sit down, write out your copy ahead of time, figure out what it is you want to say, where you want to guide people, and write to design, not the other way around. This will help make sure that we're not having thoughtless words that just fit into a certain website design template, but that you're truly speaking straight to every visitor that lands on your site, and we're not just giving them some fluff. Must have number 6 is crisp, stunning imagery. Your website, especially your homepage, is that very clear indicator of what it looks like to work with you, the services and the quality. And images reflect that. The higher quality images that you have that create interest, they build trust with your visitor. When there is a grainy image or a blurry image, or it's dark or dull or looks like you took it in your home, that creates mistrust. We don't want even an ounce of that mistrust. That is what leads them to the big red X. That is what leads them away from your website. Get those crisp, stunning images. A couple of quick tips on how you can do that is to schedule a brand photo shoot. So if you have a local photographer that you love, get them over to do a brand photo shoot in your office. Get those professional images. If you don't know anyone local, hi. You can reach out to me and we can work together to create some beautiful brand images. Even if you're a service-based company, even if I'm not near you, we can create some stunning images to reflect what you do and in the style of your brand, with your brand in mind, to make sure that we're creating that consistent message across the board to your visitors. Another great tip is to utilize stock imagery. So if you are not able to afford custom brand photography, local or over here, that's okay. Utilize stock photography where you're gonna get those crisp professional images at a fraction of the price. If you head on over to KF Stock Studio, and I'll leave the link below, our images are only $10. And that is my stock studio. I personally take all of those photos to make sure that they are on brand for you. You can sort by color, you can sort by crop, you can sort by type. You gotta go check it out. And while you're there, grab 15 free photos, like totally free. You can use them on your website, you can use them on social, you can use them anywhere, and you can grab them below. Must have number 7 is a simple navigation. We want to make sure people can find what they need to find. So do not get creative with those menu navigation words. Services works perfectly fine. Portfolio works perfectly fine. And contact is amazing. Don't try and find different words. We don't want it to be overwhelming that they can't find what they want, but we also don't want it to be so underwhelming that we literally just have one page there, which is a contact. You want to make sure that you have your basic navigation, which is a home page, an about page, a services page, a portfolio page, a blog page, and a contact page. That's if you're a service-based company. If you're a product-based company, you want to make sure that you have a homepage, that you have an about page, that you have a shop, that you have an FAQ section, you have your blog, and you have your contact. So those are the 6 main navigations that you're going to want for your business to keep it really simple and clear. Totally okay to have more. If you have more, we don't want them overcrowded up at the top. We don't want them double or triple layered. Tuck them away under a nice little menu icon. There can be like a drop down, a hamburger icon is what it's called, where it's those 3 lines. Whatever works best so that you can keep it nice and organized for your visitors to find exactly what they're looking for. Must have number 8, keep it consistent. Make sure that you weave every portion of your brand throughout your website. That includes fonts, colors, copy in your brand voice, and images in your brand style. The main things are those fonts and colors because they're so easy to implement throughout your website. Head to the section where you're able to pick your fonts. Make sure you're grabbing those exact ones. The same thing with colors, add in those specific color numbers. A slight change in the shade of a color can be all the difference in the emotion that comes through with your brand. Must have number 9 is that your homepage is mobile friendly. Nowadays, the majority of us are using our phones to navigate to a website. We find them on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and we click straight through. If that website is not easy to navigate on a mobile, we're most likely going to close that browser and go back to that original app that we were on. It is so easy. Every single website that I design on, Shopify, Squarespace, Showit, and WordPress, offer a way to customize the mobile or to have it automatically formatted to mobile. So make sure you're taking advantage of that tool. The last and final must-have for your homepage is that it speaks directly to your visitor. So walk through your homepage from a visitor's perspective. Pretend that you are your ideal client. You can even name yourself and walk through it and say, okay, well, can I find what I'm looking for? I want to know what it would be like to work with her. How much would it cost? Am I getting all of that information when I walk through the homepage? Walk through it. Make sure there's no broken links. There's no misspellings. All of that creates mistrust, guides them to the big X, and they leave your website. So make sure that all of it is 100% consistent from the visitor's perspective. Your homepage is the one place that can exude your brand emotions, fully captivate visitors, and allow them to dive deep within the contents of your website to get to know all about your wonderful business. Intrigue them, capture them, and turn them into beautiful referral-giving clients. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you found this helpful, hit the like button below and don't forget to subscribe. I can't wait to hear more from you in the comments on how these tips helped you up-level your home.